Cream.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Hops Metal Show. We got special guest, Danny Crider, guitarist for Draven. Of course, everybody knows who this man is.
Not
this
everybody,
is
but
Shoestring.
a few of you.
Shoestring, a couple out there know. All right, so we're kind of winging this. I got a little questionnaire I'm going to ask them both. All right, so we're going to roll with this. First question, better album, Stay Hungry or Pyromania? And why do you think that's a better album? You go first, Danny Crider.
It's tough for me because Stay Hungry was probably I actually bought that album first as a young man, and I was enticed by Dee Snider and the Bone thing on the cover. But as I listened to it, I started to realize what was metal. You know what I mean?
Spike's gonna be mad here.
By the sound, and I'm not. No, I haven't said my favorite one yet.
I know what it's going.
Stay Hungry, in my mind, sentimentally, it's a staple. It's up there. But I have to tell you, as a guitar player at heart, when I first heard Pyromania and Steve Clark, it took it to another level. It's another level of metal or rock. And in my mind, that was Def Leppard. Def Leppard hasn't been Def Leppard since Steve Clark died. And Pyromania, even Hysteria, people can say they went too commercial or too radioized.
But it was still Steve Clark.
But it was still, that was Def Leppard. That was the roots of what they were. And I'd have to say Pyromania. Definitely.
I'm going Pyromania. My son, come over here. Come over here. Come over here, real quick.
You can get a shout in.
What?
What?
What is your? You don't even know Pyromania.
Exactly.
So
I said stay hungry.
see, he knows Stay Hungry
Because we're not going to take it.
because we're not gonna take it. He loves that song, and I bought him his own vinyl version of Stay Hungry. That's why he says that. I'm going Pyromania.
Well,
Nothing against either one. Stay Hungry is a great album. Pyromania is a great album. But for me, I heard Pyromania probably first. More songs off of Pyromania first than I did Stay Hungry. And to me,
It's Steve Clark.
Steve Clark, yeah. I mean,
Well, I mean,
and song for song, musically and song for song,
Pyromania,
Pyromania stands out way above.
but Dee Snider and
Hungry.
Twisted Sister, as far as theatrics,
Oh,
they had the Alice Cooper type thing.
I'm not going to take
look
anything away from
going,
Twisted
and
Sister.
Yeah, I mean,
Twisted
Dee
Sister's
and them
Twisted
guys, they had the look that just bam, like Kiss, Alice Cooper. They had the theatrics, the looks, and everything, and they had great music, but just compared to Pyromania, it's like
Pyromania
it's
oh,
two different
it's
horses
up
from
here.
the same race.
It's hard to top. All right, so next question. Even though Danny he's already pre-read, but only enough pre-reading can get you this. Of course, I know what everybody's going to say. Dave Mustaine or Kirk Hammett? Me, myself, I love Kirk. I love everything about Kirk and Megadeth. I mean, Metallica. But Dave Mustaine, golly. But it's a good thing he left because we went in Megadeth.
Yeah, I mean, when I go back and listen to Kill 'Em All, back then I didn't know because I was so green at metal, but I just figured, oh God, Kirk Hammett's like the greatest guitar player ever. And even as they progressed on the Master of Puppets, I was like, I had to say, he was maybe my favorite guitarist at the time, but now looking back and seeing what the body of work of both guitar players, you know, in my mind, Dave Mustaine is like a modern day Bach. I mean, he's he might not be the best, far as guitar player as a lot of the guys he brings on board, like Broderick or Friedman or any of these guys. He might not be as technical a player, but he has a musical genius about him as far as writing.
Agreed.
The riffs. I to this day, I think because of him and James Hetfield, that's why Metallica is who they are,
Oh, yeah.
because their riffage and their musical knowledge of what they wrote then, it catapulted them into
Dave
just
even
craziness
said,
as far as metal.
Dave even's got, James in with Malcolm. I mean, as far as rhythm guitars, he said James one of the. So that right there tells you that was magic. I mean, Dystopia by Megadeth. I mean, me and String talked that many times. Great album, man.
Awesome album.
And personally, me, if you take James Hetfield out of the scenario in the last few years of what Metallica was trying to achieve, there's no way they would even be on that calendar of being remotely a metal band, because I don't think musically, as far as talent, I don't think Kirk Hammett could summon anything as far as being commercialized or radio play or even being listened to by any Metallica fan. I mean, I hate saying that, but I think Kirk I think he kind of lucked himself into a position
I can't take anything
in
away
a big
from Kirk,
band.
but if you look at where Metallica stands versus where Megadeth stands now, Megadeth.
Well, I mean, as far as
Metallica.
real metal fans,
Yes,
this is a fan base.
Yes, fan base.
This is true musicians.
Yes.
Our music.
I'm going to
fans
put Megadeth up above Metallica.
Sales wise, don't even. Yeah, we don't even
Yeah.
talk that. We're talking real music.
And see, and it all goes back to people. I understand that there's a lot of fans out there of the Black Album, and I gotta say, every song that you did not hear on the radio, I absolutely loved on the Black Album. Other than that, I can't compare the Black Album to Injustice for All, Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, Kill 'Em All. It just, that to me is when Metallica changed. Everybody says it's load and all this and that, and yeah, that was very drastic. But to me, when I first heard the Black Album, I was like, I had to force myself to listen to this album. I really did. I think, of Wolf of Man, The Struggle Within. I would have to say I love Sad But True. But, Enter Sandman is like, it's like, to me, when I hear Enter Sandman, I would rather hear the Macarena. I mean, it's just, if I hear it on the radio, if I'm not within distance of throwing something at the radio, then I gotta walk away. And it's bad, I know. It's sad but true.
All right, I guess we could. It boils down to we could talk about this all day. All right, next big heavy hitter: Gene Simmons or Paul Stanley, and. I'm going to speak in before anybody, and Randy Hart would probably agree with me. Man, if it wouldn't have been for Paul Stanley in the 80s, there'd be no Kiss. Gene was busy doing movies, doing whatever the hell he's doing, but Paul is Kiss.
Paul.
I mean,
I'm going Paul. Paul Stanley.
What do you think? Paul Stanley?
Vocally,
well, I'll probably get a lot of
musically.
hate because of what my opinion is on Kiss. but-
Say it.
Well, you got to pick one of the two.
But I tell you what,
One or two.
Yeah, just
That's why it's if or this.
This is based on every public interview that I've seen with Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, everything that I've researched or personally experienced as a Kiss fan. I can tell you right now, personally, I don't care for Paul Stanley. I don't. He may have done a lot for the band, and I give him credit for that. But
That's
ever
why I said
ever
this or
since I
that.
was yee high to a grasshopper, when I first heard Kiss in my brother's bedroom at probably 8 years old, the first thing that I was, well, this is me because I have the heart of a guitar player, even though then I didn't. I was attracted to the guitars. I was a major Ace Frehley fan, and I liked Gene Simmons. And Gene Simmons, to me, he could patent
Yeah.
a freaking piece of duct tape with his signature on it and not worry about money the rest of his life.
Exactly.
He would make money off his own dead mother if he could.
Wait.
And to me,
Just
I think
because
that's
he could patent
that's-
something doesn't
well,
mean he was.
To me, I think that's what keeps Kiss alive right now, Gene
Well-
Simmons. Because today they are not Kiss. It's
Oh,
it's
no.
a circus show.
It's
It's a
Tommy
bunch of
Steyer, Eric
wannabes.
Singer,
Yeah, it's a bunch of wannabes in my opinion.
Yeah.
tribute.
And they're out there doing what they do. And why? Because
But this-
I think a part of what oils that machine is Gene's know-how.
But me and String talked about this. I told
Gene's
him, like,
know-how.
Stephen Pearcy for Rat, the most dysfunctional band out there right now. It's a machine.
Yep.
Stephen Pearcy is working the machine right now. Kind of like
Exactly.
what you're saying. Gene's
Yeah.
working the machine.
Yep.
So that's where we're at with that. All right, we're going to move on. Speaking of Rat, Out of the Cellar or Invasion of Your Privacy? Two great albums out. I mean, I put them neck and neck. They are killer albums. They're probably the two best albums that band ever done.
Well, I don't really have to think because I remember the first time I encountered Rat. It was the very first riff that I heard off that album. It was Lack of Communication. You're not a Rat fan, die hard through and through until you first listen to the album and you hear the intro to that song. I mean, it's just, I can't explain it, but I mean, I love Invasion. That it catapulted me onto that, but I got to go with Out of the Cellar because when I first heard Out of the Cellar, I knew right then this band's going to do something. I mean, they're good, and it wasn't long after, it was maybe about the same period that I got into like Stay Hungry and Pyromania.
Yeah, that's what
All
everybody-
them albums right in the same
there's four.
tune.
There's Stay Hungry, Out of the Cellar,
Metal Health.
Stay Hungry.
I mean,
yeah, Metal Health.
You take all
Shout
them
to
albums
Bravo.
and throw them into a bag, and a young man coming home discovering metal for the first time. And as soon as I put Out of the Cellar on and I heard the intro to Lack of Communication, I'm like, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
And it was. So I got to go with that.
Go ahead, and then I'll throw my 2 cents in because mine's not going to be nearly as good as yours.
I'm gonna go. Shit, I don't know. I wrote the question up. I should be able to
You're
answer.
going to go with Motley Crue. You're
I
just going to go
should-
clean off the board.
I should be able to answer this, but damn, it's hard, man. Because fuck, Invasion's a great album. Like it,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Lay It
No
Down,
doubt.
Your Love. I mean, Warren DeMartini wrote some killer riffs.
Lack
you
of
got Rob
Communica- when I first heard "Lay It Down," the riff to that, I'm like, God, man, this is incredible. Just the guitar riff, and that song alone attracted me to that album too.
So I'm going to go the opposite of you. I'm going to go with Invasion. But we got to wait to see what Strings got going on because it's not
Mine's
even
not
close
much.
to us what we got going on.
Mine's not much. I'm a late bloomer. And honestly,
Detonator?
honestly though, I
Don't you
mean,
know
I
this
came
Dead Man a
in.
bad album?
Huh? No, I don't
good.
think it's a bad
It's
a
album
good
at all.
album.
I came in late, but I do remember many moons ago, Grand Caverns in Grottoes, Virginia. I want to say it was Q101. I can't remember for sure if that was the correct radio station at the time because now they're more pop,
Yeah.
dance style
Well,
radio
Q101
station.
used to play Men at Work.
Well,
so they was the bomb.
At the
one
time, I can't remember for sure because I'm not gonna say, but I remember at Crane Caverns they had the radio station was there promoting whatever at the time. I don't even remember what it was, and I was green at anything metal wise, but I do remember I got the Lack of Communication 45. I won it somehow or another. I remember playing it on my little record player that I had as a little kid, and I loved the shit out of that song. Now, it wasn't until years later
That you knew Rat.
that I really remember
Put it
who
all
Rat
together.
was and to put it together. And to this day, I'm not a huge Rat fan by any means, but I remember enjoying that song at the time. So,
But
I mean,
then,
like I said,
then you heard Sabotage, Hall Mountain King.
yeah, I
and you
mean, there
forgot
was all
who
kinds of
Rat
other,
even
other
was.
stuff.
Still.
And to for me to really, I'm not even going to go into anything Rat related because I really didn't know anything Rat until years later, and I'm not a real big Rat fan. So I really enjoyed the Lack of Communication at that time in my life, but I'm not a huge Rat fan, so I'm not even gonna. I could care less. I could
You know
care
how
less.
they say the big four when they
They're Rat
when
to
they
me
talk
is not
about the
any-
big four
yeah.
of metal.
Yeah.
Well, when I think on the tier beside of it, when I think of the other
They
tier, the
might
big
even
four,
be in it for
I
me.
would say it was Rat, Motley Crue, and who was your other two that you could add to that
Def
big four?
Leppard.
Def Leppard,
Probably Kicks for you.
Ozzy.
Yeah.
You got to put Ozzy.
But-
Ozzy was like the king of that
Ozzy
big four.
was, yeah, he wasn't
Oh,
even.
he
in
was-
that
And,
four. He
and
was
like I
king
said,
above it.
it's hard for me to join and say anything because I didn't know any of this stuff until way later. I was way late hitting any of this style of music, and and for me, Rat.
Yeah, I guess
I liked a
step
few
behind.
songs hit here and there, but to me,
And you've
it is-
seen, all them guys were opening up for Ozzy.
Yeah,
Ozzy,
yeah.
man, you got to give him credit because he forefronted. He was the godfather not only of metal with Sabbath, but he forefronted what we know and love as 80s metal rock music. He gave a lot of them bands that shot. When he went out on his own, he had Rat open up. He had Motley.
Mm-hmm.
Metallica kicked his
Yeah,
ass pretty
Metallica.
much.
I mean, yeah, he claimed that Metallica whooped him up, but who was
Yeah.
headlining those
Who's
shows?
still at the end of the day?
Who was the one that was grooming these guys, giving them an opportunity? Ozzy. I mean, you can't deny that.
Yeah, and I'm not taking anything away from Rat because like I said, I like.
It's,
handful of their
it's sad
songs,
to
but
see what's
anyway.
happened to them now.
At the end of the day, we're gonna move on to number 5. I believe we could do this Rat thing all day long, and this one's hard. Love said he couldn't even come up with a conclusion for this one. And favorite greatest hits album. While we're speaking of Rat, I'm gonna go with 81-91 just because Nobody Rides for Free bonus track. Fuck, man, that's like
Well,
one of
how
the
many-
greatest
what-
Rats albums
Until
ever.
you're alive.
What decade you talking about?
It's going. It don't matter.
It does matter.
At the end of the day, who wrote the greatest hits album? I mean, I'm going
Not to
for
me.
No,
Not
yeah,
to me.
Well, yeah, this is your opinion.
Well, for me, I don't know. I mean, there's my greatest hits.
I know that's what I'm saying.
and-
you have to pick one. So
I can't pick one greatest hits.
I could probably go
Because-
number 2, number 3.
Yeah,
but
that's
Rat
the
just
thing.
happened. We was talking about Rat.
But see,
that's where I'm
now-
at.
it hits you where you're at in your life, and depending on where this hits on YouTube, I'm going with Pantera right now. Fuck that, I'm going Pantera.
Is it because Cat Scratch Fever?
No, I honestly, I'm not a real big.
Easy on the Nuge.
I'm not going to disregard the Nuge. The Nuge
Not
was
Uncle Ted.
respectful for a lot of people, but I love Pantera, and you can't deny anything that Pantera has done. And
Yeah.
like I said, depending on when this hits on
Yeah.
YouTube,
Tomorrow it might
we
be.
did a YouTube video that's all Pantera.
Can we pick
But
pick a band that if they could
can't-
possibly
I can't.
have a greatest album?
No, they
No.
got to at
Today.
least have one.
greatest hits. Greatest hits. I'm
Nah.
going Pantera because right now, and where I'm at right now, Pantera is
See,
it.
the only reason I picked that is because we just talked about Rat. And I
I
thought
can't-
about
I
Nobody
can't
Runs
go Rat.
Free. I know.
I can't say any, but this is the only thing I can throw in on the discussion. If Wasp had a greatest hits,
And see, we've done the Wasp thing.
So we'll
and
just-
I'm so wasped out right now.
Yeah, we'll just X
I'm
the
going
greatest
Pantera.
hits because nobody can agree, and I'll say Motley tomorrow. I don't know.
And that's the
Motley,
thing.
greatest
That's
band
a
ever. I
day by
don't
day
know.
thing. I could go any band, depending on where I'm at.
okay.
in-
If
in
Kix,
my-
All right,
if
so we're
Kix
going
had
to
a greatest
six.
hits,
Speaking of Motley Crue, favorite Motley Crue song.
Kickstart my heart.
I'm going
going
Primal. I'm going Primal Scream.
I gotta go If I Die Tomorrow.
Golly, that was an easy question. That didn't
No, it wasn't easy, but it
I
was
mean,
easy.
Yeah, but we
that's
didn't get
odd
no-
for me to say that.
But,
didn't get no draw
all right,
out.
let's move on.
All right, number 7. This one might be interesting. Better album, Master
Oh.
of Puppets or Ride the Lightning? I'm Master of Puppets. Love that whole freaking album. I mean, first note to end note, there's not a clunker at all.
All right. For me,
Not that there is Ride, but
not knocking either one of the albums. What I hit first, what I heard first, was Ride the Lightning. I'm going Ride the Lightning. It's what you hear first is usually what you stick with. I'm going Ride the Lightning.
Well, I'm
a
kind
late
of
bloomer.
I'm with Chris in a sense because Ride the Lightning was the first that I heard, but because I can still remember, like 7th or 8th grade, I was a metalhead. I had my war battalion vest on. I was in gym class. They would never let me participate because
you was a metalhead.
I was a metalhead. I was an outcast. But I remember we had a little. Remember when boom boxes were big?
Oh, yeah.
We had a little boom box that was
Put shit on the
in the room where they kept all the kickballs and softballs and all that. And I found it, and I brought it out and plugged it up, and I stuck my little white cassette that said "Ride the Lightning" on it in that boom box, and I cranked it. And let me tell you,
And all kneeled before you.
pretty much all hell broke loose when Fight Fire with Fire first come on. And it probably didn't get through like the first 2 minutes until they figured out what was going on. They took the
What's
boom
the
box
pretty
and they
music?
confiscated my tape. And ever since then, I had
Battle rolls.
my love with Ride the Lightning pretty much sunk in pretty
It's just
deep.
a Metallica thing.
But when I heard Master of Puppets, I was like, man, how can you get any better than Ride the Lightning?
But
I
then
thought,
they
but
released-
man, they did. They actually did.
It's crazy.
So
man.
it's hard for me to actually say between the both albums.
it's a-
That's why I have to go with what I
Sentimental
heard first.
reasons, I would have to say First Love is first pick, Ride the Lightning.
There you go.
So I'd have to go with Ride the Lightning. But I'm telling you, Master of Puppets is just like
I can't
almost a
knock it.
trump.
I can't knock it.
I mean, I agree. How do you follow up Ride the Lightning? Master of Puppets.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not many bands have done it, but they have done it. All right. So, what band should call it a day? There's 2 extremely dysfunctional bands out there. I'm gonna go with either got Rat on this hand or LA Guns. I mean, when you're swapping out players every day of every year,
Not unless
Man, you need to be
if you're
swapping
still
it out.
drawing a crowd
Yeah, but
and still
still,
making
man.
money off that name.
When you got 21 guitarists,
yeah,
that's bad.
that's the name
I mean,
of the
I don't
game.
like it. And I don't
when
like
you
how it
get
goes.
guys that's 50 and 60 years old and can't look at Judas Priest. That's
Yeah,
not
but they're
really
not
Judas
up in
Priest
the-
anymore.
Yeah, but they're not up in the 21
Tipton's out of it
section.
now. Downing's gone. I mean, you got Halford and you got like the bass player,
I seen.
but they're
I
still
seen
out
it.
there jamming off
They're
that
not.
name.
They're not.
Kudos.
They don't suck. I can tell you that.
But you know what's
Firsthand,
sad?
they don't suck.
But at the end of the day, this is good. Y'all might boo me. I told String the other day. You know, it's sad. Poison is still the 4 original members. This is a sad day when Poison's you got to tip your hats
I'm not
to.
gonna
At the
fault
end of the
them.
day, man, you got to tip your hats to.
I mean,
CC,
hey,
Bobby, Ricky, and Brett.
Yeah.
I mean,
Warrant. Apparently, I guess they're still together.
yeah, but there's no Jane Lane. I mean, Poison. At least you
That's
have
what I
these
say.
4 at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're talking about bands that should give up. I mean,
Yeah.
I would almost say
And I mean,
if it's somebody like Warrant. I mean, look, you don't have
Yeah.
Janie Lane no more.
well, I
man.
mean, I
There-
I mean, could you imagine Poison with
Without
no
Brett.
Brett Michaels?
Yeah.
Could you imagine Metallica without no
you
James
can
Hetfield? I don't
pretty
think
much
so.
say any
When you
hair
raise the
metal
vocalist.
band of the 80s that
I'm a guitar
almost-
player at heart. I do some vocals, but look, if
any
you ain't got that
Yeah.
figure in the front
Yeah.
like
You're probably
Hetfield,
right.
yeah, you gotta have the singer.
Unless
if you're
you're
not
Rat.
the singer, and
I mean,
Rat, yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna say
when Kiss finally
Rat
comes
needs
out
to
to
give
the
it up.
point to where everybody's fake and the only guy you got is Gene Simmons. God bless his heart. He has been Kiss through and through.
no. He
And you
hasn't
got
been
some
kissed
dude
through
up there pretending to
You
be
guys still
Paul
got-
Stanley.
He's money
It's
through
not.
and through.
It's
That's
not
all it is.
Kiss.
All right, end
anymore.
of the day, we're going for Rat. Rat's
I'm going
probably
Rat.
the band that should
Rat.
call it a day. All right, Music Land or Record Corner. You know, Chris is gonna kill y'all.
I'm going Music
You don't
Land
say-
because I
you
don't
don't
really
say
remember
Music
music or Record Corner a whole lot.
I mean, I remember Record Corner.
I don't remember
But
Record
Chris-
I
Corner.
can't go with either
I'm
one.
going
of
to go
them, actually.
Chris.
I gotta go with R&S.
Well, I mean,
We're
no,
not going
no,
R&S.
no.
We're going
This
Record
is
Corner
like, yeah,
or
you'd
That
have
was
to be
Music
mine.
one of
Land.
the two.
No, you got to go one or the other.
Well, then I would go Music Line.
All right, see,
All right.
Chris. There's 2
All
of
right,
us.
Chris, we still
3 of
love
us.
you.
3 of us.
All right, Adam Curry or Ricky Rockman.
Ricky Rackman. Adam Curry is
I
not.
thought Adam
he
Curry
was
had a little bit of sugar in his britches.
Adam
Not,
Curry-
That's the cool era. I mean,
It might have been, but he
Adam
just
Curry-
didn't have no personality to
Yeah.
me.
no.
Ricky
Ricky Cat House.
Ricky was
Rockman
kind
had the
of
Cat House.
He
he
had
was
the
kind of
strip club.
fake,
Yeah, the Cat House.
but he was
And-
actually
Oh, and the Cat House. His
he
strip
was
club
good
and
for the
Cat House.
He
era.
had
the
2
time.
things.
Him and
going
Tammy
for it.
Down.
Yeah.
But
Adam
Adam Curry
Curry
had the music.
I
That's
tell you what,
he-
Adam Curry had the hair and the
definitely
music.
had the hair.
After that, that was it.
Yeah.
Who stuck it out? Who ran with it and stayed with
Bobby
it?
Brown.
No, Bobby.
Bobby Brown was in a Cherry Pie video.
No, not that Bobby Brown. The
My Prerogative?
Julie
Oh,
Brown.
Downtown.
Julie
What
Brown.
the? F-
My Prerogative. I thought he was talking about My Prerogative.
let's get back. Somebody had too many.
No,
brands.
Bobby Brown.
Let's
Yeah.
pour another one. Get a pull.
All right,
All right.
Adam
that's-
Curry. No, Ricky Rackman. He is still through and through metal. Adam Curry is doing an '80s show on XM, Sirius XM, and he's still like on the '80s channel doing shit. So Ricky Rackman, whether he's got anything to do with radio right now or not, he was metal through and through.
All right.
I'm giving
Ricky Rackman?
I'm giving Ricky Rackman
Oh, we get a pull.
shout out to Pool.
Danny wants pull.
Here's
What it's
the Pool.
looking at.
Ricky Rockman.
There you go. See
All right.
Ricky Rackman.
I'm going with Adam Curry
Oh what?
because the music was cool.
It doesn't matter about the music.
Yeah,
You're talking about the VJ.
All right,
The
Go
VJ.
we'll go with Ricky Rackman just because the Cat House rocks.
All right.
And take me
see,
down.
There we go.
All right, we're out of here. Peace. House Metal Show.
And whatever that was.
Yeah, we don't know what that was.